And some critics have said, while President Obama has been vocal about his support for free trade since coming into office, he was critical of NAFTA during the election season. Some have said that he's been a little bit ambiguous on what his specific policies are, and then we've had the issue with the Chinese tires that obviously someone asked you about already. But I was wondering if you can just kind of get it out there on the table. And
the president has
tell us.
Well,
define the policy for us.
The one thing we've learned from the critics of health care and the stimulus is that the critics pretty much have their speech in hand no matter what you're going to do.
Okay.
And this president has never equivocated on his belief that a smart, progressive trade policy that is rules-based, that is transparent, that broadly benefits, American business and industries versus just being for one company, and that embraces our belief in how we ought to treat workers and the environment, is one that's good for America. And we have been executing against that from day one. And now, I don't think anyone would quarrel with the fact this president, you heard me say, inherited probably the largest bucket of challenges of any president in modern American history. And so, to me, the strength of a cabinet, and what flatters me in the president asking me to be trade rep, is he said, I've got to go at least engage our allies to help us more thoughtfully fight this war on terrorism. I have to keep this economy from going over a cliff, and I somehow have got to save our banking and housing system. Ray LaHood, I need you to go think about transportation. Kathleen, Governor Sebelius, you take the lead on health care. Ron Kirk, you make sure we don't fall off a cliff on trade, and that we also don't go backwards. And so the beauty of a cabinet is it allows us to multitask.
Right.
And so if you look at what we've done from settling a 20-year dispute with the European Union and getting meaningful market access to our ranchers and meat producers right now, to getting a major enforcement action against Canada on softwood lumber, to resolving an issue of access for our creative industries and cable producers in the Bahamas. We have been executing against that vision.
In your answer to the China question that was posed to you, I don't want to spend a lot of time on China, but I did want to ask you, could you comment on the timing of the announcement? I mean, some have said
all of this, everyone, the reality is these cases are filed, investigated by the ITC. The ITC made a recommendation, and then my office has a discrete period of time to review that and make a recommendation to the president, and the president had to act. And if you work backwards, the president's decision was made within 5 lines, in which the deadline that he had to make that announcement.
Okay.
And so, as a practical matter, I think
so. It started long before.
Friday. Oh yeah, no. Once the case gets to me, I have no discretion in that.
Okay.
So the notion that somehow this was timed anything else ignores the reality. This is sort of a quasi judicial process, and according within the constraints of the statute, the president had to act. And I have to tell you, I'm so glad to be beyond that. So I would say October the 17th was our or something, but no, that was all statutorily mandated.
Okay.